Hey everybody, yeah, it's a hot, sticky, humid, Midwestern summer day again. So figured, again, I need something kind of light and refreshing. So I'm gonna try a new one from New Belgium. I saw their sampler pack, and it had 4 different beers in it, or 5 different beers in it. 3 of which I haven't had, so one of which is their Snapshot wheat beer. They say it's an unfiltered wheat beer. From the website, it says, "Snap, you just captured an unfiltered wheat beer full of refreshment and a flash of tart at the finish. Smile-inducing aromas of citrus hops jump from the nose, accompanied by the sweetness of coriander and grains of paradise. Brewed with wheat and pale malt, Snapshot pours a hazy lemon yellow with bright white lacing. But the real enticement is a snap of tart. New Belgium's affinity for sour beers led to the in-process blending of lactobacillus to pucker up Snapshot's base. An extra step to acidify and beautify and get this beer ready for its close-up. 5% ABV, 13 IBUs, so it's going to be tart, but it's not going to be sour apparently, because 13 is not very bitter. So it's going to be tart, but not bitter. So let's get this New Belgium beer in a glass and see what we got. Little hiss, no smoke at all. I got a little condensation on the glass here from, took it out of the cold or cooler next to the ice pack. Got it out here in this hot, humid air. I'll swirl a little bit. Well, I didn't quite get it all in, but yeah, that's a slightly hazy, golden yellow beer. Got a good 2 fingers of like a soapy white head. Yeah, it looks like the soap you get in the sink when you're doing dishes. Seems to be a decent amount of carbonation streaming up. I think these glasses, these are like Dollar Tree $1 glasses, but I think they've got some etching in the bottom, because there's always some carbonation coming up right from the center, and there's a lot around the edges, but seems like not a huge amount of carbonation, but a decent amount. So let's get a nose on it. Okay, yeah, up front you're getting that wheat and pale malt, maybe some hints of straw and some biscuit grains, and maybe a little cracker. Getting some light hints of the coriander and pepper, but the citrus is primarily like lemon zest and orange. Maybe a bit floral and slightly acidic. Yeah, the tart citrus kind of almost overpowers the wheat, because it's a fairly soft wheat aroma, and then it's got those notes of orange and lemongrass, but not a bad smelling beer, although a mild smelling beer. So let's get a taste. Okay, yeah, the wheat malt really comes through on the front, and a little bit of that soft lemon right there on the front. They really lead off your taste. You're getting some hints of the coriander and the grains of paradise, right in the middle, with some light malty sweetness. You get a little tartness towards the end, but not a ton. You got grainy notes and kind of herbal notes kind of linger just a little bit in the aftertaste. It's not a totally clean finish, but primarily it's your wheat malt and and some good notes of citrus and spice, as a wheat ale should be. So there's just some slight hints of some floral hops in the background, but it's primarily the wheat and like the lemongrass notes in particular. There may be some bits of orange in there, but primarily lemon, like in lemongrass. Fairly light body, medium carbonation. You don't really feel it at all. It's dry with just a slight twang from the citrus notes, but all right. So far, it's not too bad. Fairly light, refreshing. Let me sit, and I will sip on this a while, and I'll come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It hadn't been all that long. I didn't want this to warm up too much. What little it's warmed up, I really haven't noticed much different. So overall, this isn't too bad for a, like a summer type, hot weather type wheat beer. It's got all the standard flavors you expect in a wheat beer. Done fairly well, but at the same time, it's not anything that's special or unique. Definitely not groundbreaking. It's just another nice, refreshing, summertime wheat beer. That's about all I can say. Nothing to make it stand out. There are a lot better wheat beers out on the market, and it's not something I'd recommend going out of your way for. If you see it, you might want to pick it up. If you feel, make a great lawnmower beer, but that's about it. So I'm going to give the New Belgium Snapshot, their wheat beer, unfiltered. It did get a bit hazier. A little bit I couldn't get in the glass. I swirled it up and put it in the glass, so it did get a bit hazier. But I don't know what they do with the lactose. It says they're in process blending of lactose, so they didn't let it sit on the lactose very long. Apparently, the time it's been in the bottle has been pretty much it. It's not like they let it sit in the lactose for a while and let it work, because it's a fairly light, really light lactose. That tart finish is there, and it's nice, and it blends well with the light notes in the beer. But I think maybe if they'd leave it sit on the lactose for a little while, might give it a little more tartness, might make it a little better beer. But it's still not all that bad. Not great, but not bad. So I'm going to give the New Belgium Snapshot wheat beer, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Decent, drinkable beer. Like I said, nothing to go out of your way for. So, till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.